so we should actually be live.
We're live now? Yep, we popped up live.
Alright.
Ooh, looks better than I think I've ever seen it.
I'm using my secondary program. Damn it, there's like zero lag to it too.
Yeah. This is just straight OBS.
Yeah. Not Streamlabs, this is just...
Well then, I guess we should put We Are Live again.
Yeah.
We're back, bitches.
Okay, video good now. Alright.
Immortality, then the bitches.
Which one is this, Clark?
No. I don't think it has a name.
I think this is the one I traded you now. Nice.
We back.
Alright guys, so welcome again to the first episode of Season 4.
We're sorry.
Yeah, apparently my Streamlabs OBS decided to flip the fuck out. Also, I did miss you slightly. I didn't get a chance to. I did flip him off for about 3 minutes though.
True shit.
I see you hit him now.
No, we have to do a donation for that one. You know, I'm kind of okay with that. Like, anytime anybody wants something physically, like, done to you, they donate.
God damn it. We're gonna end up with like $500 in the night again.
You can see Ashley over there on her PayPal.
Right? I'm strangely comfortable with it.
Wow, this is using less CPU than OBS did too.
Yeah, I need to figure out why, because it wouldn't even let me scan my remote. So. But anyhow.
Thanks, Brandon.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're good now. I'm going to have to adjust the little tinkers on that at some point, or see if it's actually an issue with OBS. But at least we're back on. For a minute, we were actually scared that we wouldn't be able to do the show. But,
Unless you just want to use mine.
we're good. Wait, what?
My batteries are dead. And she keeps burning through batteries faster than we can charge them.
Ah. You have a USB charger on yours, don't you, Ash?
Both of us do.
We're just going to have to, like, run the extension cable with a USB charger around the office for you.
One of
But...
those old phones with a cord.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's everybody that was in here before, but I guess we'll do it again. Like I said, episode 1 of season 4. Thank you guys for joining us. CS:GO and
Rainbow Siege.
that's what I said. We're talking about going live next week or Tuesday, or wait, today's Tuesday, Thursday. We are doing the drawing for the bullet pendant for a necklace. If you guys haven't joined that, look on any of our social medias. It's on there. All you have to do is go and basically, what is it? What is your favorite game and why?
Yeah. And then we'll pick a random person from there. It's on our Discord too. So.
Right on.
Yeah, so what were we talking about before?
Well, we mentioned that CS:GO and Rainbow Six Siege are free to play.
No, they're getting ready to go free to play.
Ready to go free to play.
Another announcement, and I actually haven't told you guys about this. I'm in the process of having coins made.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Nice.
We're going to do 10 aluminum coins, and then we're going to do like 50 plastic ones. And the aluminum ones, we're going to send out to anybody that donates a minimum of $5 for the charity that we're raising for. For the plastic ones, it's anybody that donates at least $1 to the charity. If you guys... Well, no, because I don't think Wolf saw the last one, did he? Alright, so the charity is the... I just lost it. Just lost all of it.
We're donating anything that we get goes
Salvation
to Salvation
Yes.
Army.
Yes, there it is. Okay. We actually have a Salvation Army here in town, and we're trying to raise money to go and donate to them, or to get them goods, or to do whatever they need. So if you guys want one of those coins, we have the Cash App QR code on the top right. You can donate through that. We did have a PayPal until they decided to fuck us. Thanks, PayPal.
Royally, out of $500 actually.
Yeah. So now we're doing everything through Cash App.
Means I got kicked in the nuts for nothing. Nut for nothing.
Yeah. It was still enjoyable, though.
And if you want any more physical pain to come to the bash,
Donations.
and then
Do I have to
the throat lozenge do nothing.
I was gonna say
Your consent is not required.
I do not consent to this.
Your compliance is in the back.
Thank you. That was the line.
Yes, PayPal is crap nowadays. We have learned
Yeah.
issues.
How's Ash holding up?
I'm so confused.
He leans a little to the left.
In regards to what? Because if you're talking about like all the trolls and shit that we had, we actually haven't had any, surprisingly.
Nope. It was just that first stream for some weird reason.
And it was all bots,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is
Because once those channels disappeared, and then all of the negative stuff disappeared with it.
yeah, all the dislikes and shit.
What else we have?
Quack. You cussed. Quack.
I don't know, like
Not much. I did.
coins.
I brought up the Dragon Ball Super thing.
If
That
you're,
was my news for the
You already
week.
posted one video for the retro gaming, right?
2.
yeah,
2?
I
yeah.
posted 2 for the Pokemon Nuzlocke that's going on right now. We're gonna make a playlist on this channel for it too.
Yeah. And
That's where we
then,
get down some hardcore Tetris later.
But it wasn't a good one.
Retort. I'm definitely down to stream Tetris. I'm definitely down to stream Tetris.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Yeah,
I suck at it, but it'd be fun.
yeah.
I do want to still stream the game we were playing last night though.
D&D Online.
D&D
Yeah.
Online, because it's crappy of a game. as
Oh,
it
that's even
started
better.
out.
It's like a Mitch Hedberg joke. Just tell it. They can't all be winners.
They don't have to be winners.
Exactly.
But if not first, you're last.
That's not how that works. Not even a little bit.
He's gonna start himself on a Will Ferrell run.
Right?
Fuck Will Ferrell. Anyway.
Curly headed bitch.
Me or him?
Take your pick.
Yeah, Seabass, on you Pokemon vids, you need to sound a little more excited, brother.
Thank you. I actually called his ass out on that today because
I
when
was
he
just
was,
out this morning too.
yeah, because when he was streaming the episode this morning, I came in here and I started working on the episode for tonight. And when he got done, I was like, "You are so fucking monotone."
I'm still getting used to it, like I told you earlier, Wolf. But also, this second episode, I might have sounded a lot more frustrated because I spent 2.5 hours trying to get the motherfucker to work.
Well,
And it took everything in my power. I had to uninstall OBS and reinstall it.
well, now you need to use just base OBS.
Yeah.
Because apparently Streamlabs is having all kinds of issues.
Yeah, nah, I had to uninstall Streamlabs, reinstall Streamlabs, and it still didn't work, so I switched over to regular
That's
OBS.
exactly what I was gonna say. I was like, he had this whole monotone voice
Yeah.
going,
Yeah.
like a narrator, like
Right.
comforting.
Like he's reading stereo. And stuff.
Yeah,
I'm a lot better when I have other people around me, though, to talk with. Which is why I'm in the works of creating a Soul Link.
Oh, what?
It's kind of a competitive co-op for Pokemon.
Yeah.
No. When he records, he wants people to be in the room with him so he can talk. But when you start to talk, he's like, "Shut up, I'm trying to record here. I don't need you talking." And I'm like, "What the fuck am I supposed to do sitting in here then? Sit here and go through Facebook? You want me to be in here to talk to you, not just sit
I'm
here
not
and be
gonna lie,
quiet."
I really had to fight the urge to just start yelling out random things when he was recording. Like I really had to fight
It would
that.
probably make them a little more enjoyable at that point, though.
Yeah, but you have
I'm not
yours.
against it.
Yeah, but you have yours marked as appropriate for kids.
No, I don't.
Oh, even better.
I just
thought you brought that up
have,
this morning.
I
Like, I was
have
trying to keep it PG.
Yeah.
PG-13.
Like last week.
Which is why, like, certain words like damn or hell, I'm not bleeping, but dropping the F-bomb a few times, that has to get bleeped.
Like
So I ain't
last
fucked
week.
5 times.
He did his
then-
first recording last weekend, right? He's like, can you sit in here, talk, you know, keep me company? I come in here, I sit in here when he starts to record, and I'm sitting here and I'm playing a little bit of music. He's like, turn that shit down. I'm trying to record here. I don't need you making any noise or disrupting me while I'm doing this first video. And I'm like, well, shit, my
To
bad.
be
I should
fair,
just
I was
go to
still
fucking bed.
frustrated because I was still having problems getting it to record right.
We just gotta bring him pictures of all of us, put them in front of him.
Right. Make it feel like home.
Make it like your little office desk.
Right.
But I do want to try to stream DDO tonight. That
Yeah.
Because we had some hell of an adventure at that last night. Mr. Squishy over here.
Yeah.
becoming.
So, yesterday we downloaded and installed Dungeons and Dragons Online.
Okay.
We started playing it last night co-op, and that game, like, the game looks
You know that?
fucking
Yeah.
terrible. But like once you get into it, it's not bad. But just some of the shit that was going on in game was so fucking ridiculous. Like we were in a zone, like there's a path that you can follow, and it comes down and it goes up to the right. And
Don't
Bash is
start.
like, let's see what's in the bushes, and he fucking goes and he falls off a cliff. Like just falls the fuck off.
And survived some magic way.
Yeah.
Hiccup.
So mean.
And then, like, okay, in games like that,
Yeah, D&D Online is still around, and I realized that when I was younger I did play it because some of the missions are
yeah,
very familiar now.
but then you also have like pulling aggro, so it's like he's the big beefy tank,
Yep.
I'm the soft squishy mage.
I
So-
think that'd be the other way around, but okay.
Yeah, well,
No, in RPGs I'm always the big guy.
he's like Steve from Family Guy with Agathor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like we get into
Think
a
you meant
mob.
American Dad.
Was it?
Steve is American Dad.
Whatever. So, like, we get up to a mob, and he goes straight for damage, and everybody just runs just right past him and comes straight to me. So I'm sitting there trying to fucking fight off shit with my little tiny level
Yeah.
1 spells.
And when you're swinging, so I'm using a pickaxe and a longsword right now.
You're giving me shit because I have the hiccups.
I know, but Mortimer posted a little ghost, and it was like, maybe that'll clear the hiccups.
I think in that context, he probably in his mind was like, boom.
Yeah.
So
Hiccup.
in D&D Online, I'm a paladin that dual wields a pickaxe and a longsword, right? And so when I go and swing at something, my crosshairs are aimed on them.
I was wondering how long that was going to take.
And I'll click to swing, and if you click 3
And there's one
times,
the reticle first.
Yeah, but he couldn't think of the word.
yeah, I like paused. I was like, nope, I don't think that's the word. So when you swing, I click it 3 times, and he does a combo. Well, these motherfuckers run right by me in the middle of my combo. So by the time I finish my combo, I turn around, they're all
Yeah.
surrounding him.
Trying to fucking gang.
And his health bar is
mage.
just doing this. So I'm like sprinting my short, heavy ass all the way back up that hill to chase after them.
Yeah, and then by the time he finally gets to me, everybody's already dead, so it's not like it helps me anyways.
My dude is not agile, but paladins are not supposed to be agile. They're supposed to be.
Well,
the
thank God
tanks.
for that, because now you're living up to the hype. I'm gonna have to make a new character just so I don't fucking die all the time. Ooh.
Divinity.
See, I haven't played that one. I've seen it, but I haven't played it. I know it's on the PS3 and the PS4, but I don't know if it's free to play on Steam, because that's where we got D&D.
Yep.
Oh, what's that about?
What?
That game.
Divinity.
I have no
I've
idea.
never played it.
Yeah, I've never played it. I've seen screenshots, and it's kind of like a Diablo style-ish game. So, but it's got a ton of awards. It's like best RPG game, best multiplayer game, best game with a story, like best supporting character. Like it's gotten a bunch of fucking awards.
Yeah, it's been a good game.
I know. What was it? A couple months ago, PlayStation had it on sale for like $10, but I didn't get the chance to buy it. So, I mean, if they've got it free to play, I'll fucking play that.
It's turn-based, but mixed in with D&D-like elements.
Is it on any other console?
Yeah, that's a good question. And since right now we pretty much have an instant we say they hear thing going on.
Yeah. We're just gonna start using OBS. I mean, we haven't dropped out of the green since we started, so.
Nope. Damn. So, not only did we switch platforms that we're streaming to,
PS4 I know, and I think PC. We'll check it out.
yep, definitely. Hey, there are 7 people in here.
Yay!
At least they are.
Shh! Don't say nothing. She probably forgot
Oh.
about him.
Vinny, real quick, for you.
This video?
Yeah, that's who Jacob Rose is.
No.
So who's all watching?
Wait, can we have this conversation?
He said I
last
could
time?
slap him if we donate again. And I mean, like, slap him.
No, back of the head. That was the original
No.
thing.
That's be proper. Back of
Yeah.
the right hand.
See, I'll even let you keep your respect. I'll do it open palmed.
That's still gonna hurt like a bitch. I already know this.
But at least it's not back of the hand.
That's true.
Or rule of thumb.
That rule of thumb.
What is rule of thumb?
He doesn't know rule of thumb. Sad.
No, I don't.
Go get the blindfold.
No.
Which was it gonna be? A slap or a kick to the nut? Oh shit!
Oh no! Once we get the money back from the original one,
Yeah.
then
So wait, if we get the donation again for the kick to the nut, then you'll allow another donation for a kick to the nut?
I did not agree to this either.
You
Why
can
are we
send
putting
it
me in physical harm? Why can't we put one of you two in physical harm?
Because you're the one that's like, okay, guys, and then wait a minute, this might have been a bad idea.
Which is why I've completely rethought the entire thing since the
Yeah.
last time this has happened.
Yeah, no, nope.
So yeah, we got the.
Because it's funny to put you in harm.
Yeah, it's not funny.
It's funny for us. Yeah. It's not funny for you.
No. So yeah, DDO. Trying to keep it on the.
we need to get you on one of these.
Yeah. I need to start playing more games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are on a gaming podcast.
Is it?
I mean, at our core, we are.
I still sit here and smile and nod.
I mean, I feel like that's all these two on the ends do anyway.
Yeah.
Smile and nod when it comes to video games.
Well, yeah, but I mean, she plays Destiny and like she wants to get into other games.
Phrasing. Please add context to this.
Honestly, I mean, that's kind of all the context you need.
No.
At least in my opinion.
Need more context.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm good with it. That's enough context.
Damn it.
And something tells me that Ash would just let it happen.
I would sit there with a bowl of popcorn and watch.
See? 3 out of 4, majority rules.
Now I
And
need
if Friday
context.
rolls around, I'm too sore to move. Oh, I guess I'm calling in.
No, well, no, that's not what you told me at my old job. You're sore. I don't care. Get your ass up and go to work.
That was because you were sore from working, not from getting beat up.
Still.
But you're doing it for the kids.
I know, think of the
Do it for the
children, man.
kids.
Come on.
Fuck the kids.
God, I hope nobody at the Salvation Army watches our show.
in the closet, I was always dressed as Superman. That's like the most random ass
That's
thing.
Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh. But who would be put in the closet?
Ash. With a bowl of popcorn.
Yeah, I'll agree to that.
Pull off a nice Cara.
Yeah, that's what the children
Yeah.
selfish bastard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, fuck the children.
Oh my god, Bash has always been a big baby, guys. You have no idea.
Oh, I know. Especially when it comes down to him being sick. I know very well how big of a baby a man gets.
I'm a pretty big baby when I'm sick. I won't lie on that.
I don't think you could at this point. I mean, you've got 2 people calling you out.
The truth shall set you no, when I get sick, I get sick. Like, if it's just the flu, I still pulled my ass up and went to work. I did that at Rent Center just fine. And Papa John's.
Ash is not
and
self-funny with
Domino's.
her hair.
Hey, I never called in working at fucking Domino's, ever. I called in once at Papa John's. And I called in once at Rent Center.
I think I only ever called him once at Billy's.
How old were you guys when you guys met?
We met in the first grade. We went to the same school, and there was like 20 people in our entire grade. At the time.
Jesus.
Our graduating class was what, like 250 people?
You wanna know what my graduating class would have been? 35.
Oh yeah, your brother's graduating class was like 42 people.
Because that many people failed, or because
No, that's just the size of the school.
Yeah.
See, I went to a private school, and
graduating class of 1.
that was no, when I actually went to a private school. Like, the class I was graduating that year, 7 people.
That would have been like a 30-minute graduation.
And you still would have left out for the
What
7
village
people?
did you come from? 35. LOL.
Yeah.
Trust me, the town she came from.
Let's see, in the total high school students, when I went to high school, the whole high school only had maybe 250, 300 kids total, from freshmen all the way up to seniors. Yeah.
Nope.
It was
See,
a small school.
Wolf and I got out of school at the right time because after we graduated, the graduating class after us in 2010, their graduating class was like 780 people.
Main Street was a cul-de-sac.
Cold D-sack. I like how he, typed that out. I think that was just for you.
No, I think that's just how it's written.
That is how it's written.
Yeah, but I think he, just for you, so you knew how to
Probably.
pronounce it.
Probably. And I know how to say cul-de-sac. Thank you. Cul-de-sac is not hard to say.
I don't know. I mean, maybe you've only seen it in words.
Speaking of sex,
And I did manage to call. You guys missed it, or Blue missed it. I managed to call my brother a bitch. A bitch.
you
missile
did what's
today.
your sack?
So I called my brother a bitch missile today.
Okay.
We had a huge argument over which one out of the two of us was smarter. Actually, no, it was more him arguing that he was smarter than me.
So
and
it
me not
got
really
down
saying
to
anything.
what you call?
A bitch missile.
I want to say your brother wins.
No, my brother.
No, because the full insult was actually pretty impressive.
Okay. What was the full insult?
Oh, remember when they wanted us to go to graduation in all dress shirts and crap, and we showed up in pajamas? Yes. We showed up in pajamas. It was a nice bash. You're 10 times smarter than your brother. That doesn't say much, but it is true. My brother's an idiot.
Oh no, I've met your brother, and yikes, yikes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you know how everybody has
I was
that
waiting
one
for the
dog?
comparison.
Yeah, you know how everybody has that one dog where it's like, okay, here's like a T-bone steak, and you throw it, it's just like, that's his brother, with everything.
Yeah,
It's like-
Shay's one of those that you can give him 10 times 0 is still 0.
Yeah.
But my brother's one of those that you can give him all the facts, all the data, all the analytics, and he'd still tell you you're wrong. Or that it's wrong.
He's like a Dallas Cowboy fan.
Shay went from pothead kid to, oh, look at me, I'm an oil field, make all this money, I think I'm better than everyone. Yeah, and all he has to do is sit in his truck, play his PlayStation, and check a gauge once an hour. And he makes $10,000 a month doing it.
That gets stolen from him.
Yeah, see, that's where he becomes dumb. He lets my mom have access to it. And
His wife.
his wife. Anyway, that
Moving
topic.
I want this job.
Yeah.
Right?
$10,000 a month to sit there and play PlayStation and check a gauge once a month.
Yeah, he
I'm sure
writes...
there's people playing PlayStation that make more than that.
There's
I'm sure.
There's 3 gauges, and he said like one's a pressure gauge. No, our mom is not his wife.
Oh my god.
That had to have been Vinny.
It was.
Yep.
But yeah, he has 3 gauges. He goes out, he writes down the numbers, he pops open Excel.
No, he's praising. I'm glad that's become a thing now.
Yeah.
And he
again.
doesn't. He like barely sees his wife and kid. Yeah, he volunteers for the extra time in the field so he doesn't have to go home.
That's sad.
Where he literally gets to sit there. Once an hour he gets out, writes 3 numbers on a gauge for 8 hours. So 8 times, plays the PlayStation in between, and then he gets paid while he's asleep too. Yeah. The second he starts his truck in the morning to leave home, he's on the clock until the second he pulls in the driveway. 2 months later. He's on the clock that entire time.
Jesus.
They give him per diem and everything. And he bought himself a little RV that he put on the back of his truck. So I was talking about, my brother went through like 4 big trucks in less than a year. Remember, he
It
got
may be
bored of
stupid,
it.
but that was a smart move.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even him that got him into it. It was his friend Cameron. Then he threw his friend Cameron under the bus and got him fired.
That's fucked up. That is really fucked up.
And then Shay took Cameron's job.
Oh, karma is waiting in the dark for him.
He married his karma.
Yeah, I can.
Haven't we all?
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. I was going to dispute that.
Sounds like Shay. Yeah, that was Shay. Definitely Shay.
So what else is going on this week? Oh, super excited to get into Westworld again.
Yes. Well, they haven't seen it.
Yeah, and that's why I figured, because you haven't even watched season 2, so
I haven't finished season 2.
I think you barely started.
I'm about halfway through it.
Hmm.
And then everything else that's come out that we've been watching.
That season 3 trailer, bro, I was like, oh
Yeah.
man.
So what'd you think of From Commonplace to World's Strongest? Since I had you sit down and watch that one.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. That's another anime you need to watch.
And how did you like How to Be an Adventurer?
That one I'm interested in.
Huh?
Yeah.
That one sounded
The
like...
abridged, I like the abridged one more than I like the actual. Because I think I've watched it like 3 or 4 times now. And
We
Did you
watched
watch
it
the-
3
did you
times
watch
last
the
night
preview
alone.
for it?
yeah,
Brandon, the trailer?
but no, the abridged for that one's really good. I do, like I said, I like that one more than I like the original.
And now I've got you watching Ready
That
Money
end
This
scene
Time.
with Maeve and Dolores, I was like, it's gonna be great.
I want to see the mech.
Yeah,
Like,
that was interesting. too.
yeah, because like you see the mech stand up, and then she says something in another scene like, you're not the only predator" or something like that. And then the arm of the mech comes through and just.
Yeah, I saw the breakdowns for it too, but I was like, I don't watch that. And I think a lot of times when people do the breakdowns for trailers and stuff, they kind of get it wrong.
Either way, I don't like watching the breakdowns because like for the trailer for that, like I'm super excited. Like I really want to see what happens. And the breakdowns just kind of kill that excitement for me.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
That's why I won't watch, like, at the end of the episode, it's like, stay tuned for scenes from next episode. I turn it off right there.
Yep. I skipped or I skipped to the next episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I've got you watching Reincarnated as a Slime.
That one's pretty good. I'm digging that one. Finished Dr. Stone.
Yep. Season of the Worthy for
There's only
Destiny
one
2
episode.
starts
Honestly,
in 2 weeks.
you could probably watch it in like a day and a half. Because there's only one season for it.
Yeah, it's not long.
Yeah, it's really, really good though.
Season of the Worthy for Destiny 2 starts in 2 weeks. She just watched the trailer on that one, didn't you?
I did. Trials. Is
And that's all she's going to say about that.
It's time to get
Yes.
fucking sweaty again.
Well,
Vinny said it's time to get fucking sweaty again.
a lot of the new, I was watching it, and a lot of the new missions and shit for Arias and Rasputin and shit, it looks amazing. And a bunch of the new legendary weapons. They have some new ones too. Yeah.
Is that why you've been farming on it again?
Yep.
Osiris, by the way.
Oh well.
Like, we were having this argument with your son earlier. He has the skin for the Revenant on Apex,
Mm-hmm.
and it's got the eagle face.
Mm-hmm.
And he kept swearing that it's raw. And I pulled up a picture of Osiris and was like,
No, that's
or
because
Horus, sorry.
No, that's because his reference is Smite. Like Osiris looks like that. Or not Osiris, Ra. Like Ra looks like that in Smite.
And I was like, but it's Horus. And I showed him the picture of Horus's
Yeah.
armor, and he's like, oh. I was like, yes. Like, I can pull up Raw, and it kind of looks like it.
What?
Pull up raw.
Pull up Raw.
That's what you did there.
Cockloaded with Raw. What was that?
I know,
What was that
I'm
meme I showed you
excited.
earlier about when you're about to go in the bedroom for your third time of the day?
I am very excited.
I wasn't here for that.
They're bringing
The
back 3 maps from
Dwarfism
D1.
kid. The one I showed you, it says you're about to go into your bedroom.
Oh,
beat it for the
yeah.
third time of the day.
It's this little midget that looks all fucking
And there's
just.
no Ian Blue.
I'm so lost. What happened? Exodius Blue and Anomaly.
Nice.
So little midget and what?
And he looks very distraught.
Okay.
Like beaten up. Are you gonna pull it up?
Yeah.
Did I send it to you or did I just show it to you?
No, you tagged me on Facebook.
Exodus.
I've been fucking tagging people in memes all goddamn day.
Thanks, Vinny.
Or no, you did show it to me. I did show
Eminem.
it to We were at
Sorry, but I barely glanced at the word, so
what?
It would have
He
helped
was
if you had
correct.
stared at it for 5 minutes.
probably I probably would have said the same thing anyway. Did you show it to him?
No, you're the one that showed me the meme.
Okay.
What is it?
The distraught one. Apparently our Facebook has a whole bunch of notifications now. None of which apparently I can pull up on my phone.
That one.
Yay, technology.
That's the one we're talking about right now.
Oh. Vinny wants to know how's his Pidgey.
Your Pidgeot? He's good. Or Pidgeot? I haven't quite figured out how to say that yet, even in all these years. Some people say Pidgeot, and some people say Pidgeot. Good. Level 8, I think.
Woo.
I think. It's level 8. I don't know.
I've honestly never heard that Pokemon referred to as Pidgeot.
I think it is Pidgeot, though.
Oh, I don't give a
Alright.
shit. I'm just saying I've never heard it referred to as such.
I haven't heard it referred to in anime, but in like competitive Pokemon, they say it as Pidgeot.
Competitive Pokemon. I still don't understand that.
Breeding, IVs, whole 9 yards. No, you don't understand? Okay, cool.
No.
I'm not explaining it because...
That's like, for me, that's like the equivalent of military intelligence. Like, it makes sense, but there's just something not quite right about it.
Our tons of fun friend in San Antonio is the one that sat down. He freaking literally sat there for 8 hours trying to explain it to me, and I still
Tons
didn't
of
get it.
fun friend.
It's a Jay and Silent Bob reference.
Yes, I know, but we have a bunch of fat friends.
Cameron.
Well, there you go.
I don't think he's that big anymore because
Better ran Vulpix.
You know what? Screw it. I'll take it to the name raider. I'll rename it, and you'll name you after a Caterpie since you can't stop complaining. And then you'll firmly sit in the box and never get used.
Like a gimp. I know that you wanted to say it.
No, I wasn't going there.
I like Vulpix because it evolves into Ninetales,
It does.
which is one of my favorites.
And since I have forced evolution, means all Mons, even if they were traded or stoned, can still evolve at level 32. Stone Mons. Mons
Yeah,
evolve.
I know, but you
No.
can't just throw out stoned Mons.
Like Mimikyu, they tied him up to a cross and threw stones at him.
I was thinking they were getting high.
No, you will
Right.
go catch a proper
With a
Pokemon and
really
name it
bad
after
like reggae accent.
a Metapod.
It's a
There you go.
Right down by the beach.
I'll give you a Metapod. That's my final offer.
He's a stoned Mon. Oh, I think I'm hilarious.
But yeah, Ashley and I are
Totally
talking.
different kind of stuff.
Ash and I were
I know
talking,
that
and we're
now.
probably gonna do a co-op, which is the Soul Link for this. So
See, there you go again.
what?
We.
Okay, we're gonna record it. You're gonna edit it. And make the layout.
Oh no
the whole framework.
No,
for it.
even as far as like the whole
See how many times she blinked at him right there?
right, like this
That was
motherfucker.
a good 20 blinks.
Right.
I told you before. If you don't want to do it, speak now.
I think she's spoken quite a few times.
She hasn't said she didn't want to do it. She said, "Yeah, we can do that." That's what she specifically has told me.
You need to learn how to speak to a woman.
No, either tell me what's on your mind, or I'm gonna pretend I didn't see it.
Please tell me you caught that.
One day she's gonna beat me.
I
Screaming no.
I told him the other day, I was like, if you die in your sleep from like some kind of stab wound,
Yeah.
I didn't know a goddamn thing.
Yeah, but for me, I've told her flat out if she doesn't want to do something, then she needs to tell me she doesn't want to do it. She can't just do body language. and
Because he doesn't
signs.
see it.
I don't see it, or I don't care enough to see it. If you either speak your mind or you don't
Okay,
speak at all.
but if you're speaking, then how do you see it?
Nah, smart ass.
I'm not gonna get into semantics here.
She just needs to use her words.
Something tells me she's going to use the back of her hand.
Nobody has to pay for this.
Right? Hiccup.
The next frame's gonna be just
Right?
us and Ash.
Oh.
Ash is gonna be gone.
Come on, Wolf. We all know the first one was just a whore. He said you think you would have learned by now. No, the first one was just a whore. That didn't teach me anything. It didn't.
It's like this conversation was going down Main Avenue, and all of a sudden he was just like, skate! I don't know what happened here.
You know what that taught me? That entire relationship taught me to listen to the people that are closer to me when they tell you something.
I wish you could get like a cardboard cutout of Ash made. Just put it right there. Look at that.
Yeah, Yeah, actually.
Yeah, if I had listened to him, then I would have never married her for one. Peyton probably still would have existed. I think that was an unavoidable scenario. Or we just wouldn't have had sex forever, and then either way, Peyton would have existed that way. But
I see no positive outcome in this conversation. Not
it was a
one.
positive outcome. Positive outcome.
So it was cold today.
Awkwardly moving away from conversation.
Oh, and no, we only left the house for
Mosey
like
on
30
out of
minutes. We're only outside the house for what, like an hour total today? Other than that, if we don't have anything to do, we never leave the house, so.
Saves on gas.
Yeah, because I need to save on gas. I put $6 in my car on E, and you saw how much gas is in it.
Yeah, $6 and he has half a tank.
Just
Even taking the kids to the doctor and back
Yeah.
never came off the mark.
the car gets 25 miles to the gallon.
Man, I get like 11.
It's snowing here.
Well, you're in Iowa. Of course it's snowing. You decided to move there for some reason. Although you did get out of Little Elm, so congratulations.
Out of what?
Little Elm. Our hometown.
So that's like. Little
And
kids
now back to our
from
regular
to move to
scheduled
Iowa.
programming.
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, he moved to Iowa with your in-laws, right? I'm pretty sure. Is what it is. He told me. I'm trying to remember the conversation. That was like 2 years ago he told me that. But congratulations, you moved out of Little Elm, so the place I'll never move back to.
I don't know if he's saying little home or little ohm.
Elm. Like elm tree.
Oh, fucking pronunciation!
Because the entire town, all the street names are based on trees.
Of course they are.
Every street except for the main
It's
street.
like whenever I was editing your
The,
fucking your
the
episode.
12 streets that are in this town are all named
Yeah.
after trees.
Yeah.
Oh, no, there's another one.
We got Peach.
And then there's a small town right outside of it called Oak Point.
Yeah, it's the way you speak is the same reason I had an issue editing your first episode the other day, because you speak at 90 miles an hour, and when you were like, "Oh fuck," like,
He goes, oh fuck.
yeah, like
Like so fast.
that's why you
he had
can't
to go to
the Mario
bike
coin.
road.
Oh, okay.
Because like he's speaking so quickly, I can't like pinpoint. So I had to go and just get the censorship beep because the sound point is long enough, and I just fucking overlaid them the whole thing.
Well, yeah, come back to Texas. I'm not against that. Just don't move back to Little Elm. Plus, I'm pretty sure you would get
Little
lost.
I keep hearing Little Home.
Right, because it's elm, not olm.
Well, it's not one word.
Well, that too.
Yeah. Don't move back to Little Elm.
There you go. See?
See, pronunciation.
Plus, you'll probably get lost
He's
there
getting
because
it, man.
I got lost when we went back last month and visited.
There's like
They
12
changed
streets.
all the street. No, they changed everything. The only street
Little
I
Elm.
still recognized.
Hit low.
Like the low line is 2-1. Josh Z.
The only street I still
Okay.
recognized is El Dorado, and that's literally the main street that runs all the way through. It's called El Dorado.
It sounds like the widest part of Texas.
Right? Doesn't it?
But the
though?
main street is El Dorado. Okay.
And it's like we need something that sounds like we have diversity in our races here.
Yeah, but
El
don't
Dorado.
move back to Little Elm. There's nothing there. I mean, there is, but meh, it's crap.
Is that what? We have the slaughterhouse?
Right.
That place where they make dog
No.
food? Come on.
Yeah.
They have
There's
a
lots of stuff to see.
beach now. Yeah, they took the Louisville Lake, which is a lake up in there, and they added sand and closed it off to the public. Now you have to pay to get into the lake. And there's a bunch of
Holy shit,
sand. It
is
acts
that?
like a beach. They have a motor in the lake that generates waves.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's so sad, but kind of impressive.
and they
at the same
tore
time.
out.
I was about to say, I'm like, you know,
There used to be a
there's
historical
probably people
park
from,
there.
what was the name of the next town? Oak Point? That are like, damn, we should go to Little Elm.
Right. We should go to Loam.
And they They ripped out the historic park that was there. That had been there since like the 1910s.
How do you rip out a park?
They completely just destroyed everything in the park, and they added a surfing area where they tie you to a zip line on a surfboard and drag you around in circles. And it's like $55 to get it to do it.
Fucking white people, man. Jesus.
No, I'm gonna live in Frisco and be rich. Well, Frisco is really nice actually, and the sad part is
Sounds like another white person place. Come on to
considering
Frisco.
they're called the Frisco Coons. That's for their
Wait,
football
is this a
team.
place in Texas, or are we talking about San Francisco?
It's in Texas.
Wait. Say that last part again.
The Frisco Coons.
Coons?
Coons. That's the name of their football team, the Frisco Coons. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
yes,
Your
tell me
mama
if it's
does
white or
wear
not.
Coons.
Right.
Tell me if it's white or not.
Oh, that is definitely white.
Considering
Definitely
Little
need to
Elm,
play.
their
Except-
football team is called
yeah.
the Lobos. I wish I was kidding. That's the truth. Comes. Coons! Coons.
We'll
As in
play, Brad.
raccoon.
We'll play. Oh, no. We know.
But I'm saying it so fast, yeah, I understand.
Oh, the only thing that would make that any better is if the entire football team was black.
Now, Wolf, side with me on this because I'm pretty sure I'm right, but yes, actually, I think 90% of Frisco's football team is black. I think their
Surprisingly, the
kicker
best-
and
best-
quarterback are white.
The most athletic people in that town aren't white? That's weird.
Right? Go figure.
Huh.
But only the football team.
Hashtag racist.
Everybody
And their
else.
basketball team is black. Completely
Everybody else.
But none of them can swim.
Yeah. But everybody else has great lawns.
black. Yeah, because the whole thing's run by HOA.
See, that is so white, too. Fucking HOA.
Right? Oh my
Brandon,
god.
I'm pretty sure that that's exactly their intentions, too, was to be as racist as possible.
I think he's talking about you.
Yeah.
I am not racist. I hate everyone equally.
Do you though?
Yes, I do.
Does he?
I think he hates Will Ferrell much more.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can agree with that.
So you're racist against your own race.
Fuck white people. We're the worst. You know this, right?
I'm not white. I look white. I am Native American by birth.
White people are the worst.
They are.
That's right. Equal hate for everyone. It's still better than. Well, I'm gonna do a full circle here. My brother Shay. That boy's racist. There is just no way around that.
No, your brother is like textbook redneck.
Yeah. I did tell you that one time he called my ex-wife a spick, and then my daughter, who is half Mexican, a spick too, right? A
Yeah.
dirty wetback spick. That was his exact term. That is how. Let me see that.
Can't do that shit around here, though.
Other one. You see this? Was supposed to have a stone in it. That's how that disappeared. The stone completely shattered. Yep, and he has no problem going up to black people out of nowhere and just calling them the N-word as he's walking by him whatsoever.
Yeah, proof of stupidity.
One day you're gonna see a new obituary. Shay McGee.
Right?
Aw, how'd he die? He got
I
his
don't
ass
know.
whooped.
The sad part is he's a wimp about it too, because he doesn't do it unless he has.
Equal opportunity racist. Nice.
Remember when they tried to call me racist back in school, and I'd be like, I am, or I'd be like, I'm an equal opportunity racist. Yep.
It's like he's on like.
Yeah.
No, because it takes a minute for my chat's not loading. Like I see it pop up here and here and here, and then I have to actually scroll down to see
How do you
mine.
see all three of them at the same time?
I see it pop up.
But I don't have
I can see
pop-ups.
both of your screens. Right here.
That's not a pop-up.
Oh my god. Never mind. It comes up on your screen. There you go.
As long as it doesn't come on my screen.
Yes, I remember when we used to say that. God damn it.
Okay.
Door. Hey, Brandon. I'm you. I walked right into the door.
You have no reason to burn him right now.
He's trying to dig his way out of this hole.
Yeah, not happening.
I don't need to dig out of this hole. I
Have you
like to see how deep I can get it.
If I just keep digging, eventually I'll get out.
I'll go to the other side of the planet.
That's still gonna be that's gonna be a big hole. Oh no, on purpose. Totally on purpose. Because I almost corrected myself and I was like,
Nah.
no.
Roll with it.
Gotta own it. Gotta own it.
Yep.
But my brother's favorite thing to do is, like, when he's out in public, he will say the N-word when he passes black people. But he won't do it if he doesn't have his handguns on his waist. Because he carries 4. 2 on each side. Yeah.
Chicken.
Right?
But he won't do it without them. At all.
Total bitch status.
Now, I don't know how much of that's
It's a little
actually
cold
true
outside.
that he will or will not do it. But that's what my stepdad said last time we were there.
God. That's so sad.
It really is.
You know what you need to start playing?
What's it?
Regular D&D.
Ooh, we could throw him into the campaign.
Yeah. So, Mike wanted to try D&D.
Yeah, I heard him.
Now he's freaking
Yeah.
hooked.
Yeah, now he's addicted to playing D&D.
Just like he was with Magic for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing. D&D is one of those you can play once or twice a week, but you need a lot of time in between because it does wear out real quick if you don't breathe between them.
Yeah.
That actually happened. I ran a campaign when I lived in Waco, and 2 people wanted to play every single night. And I was just so burned out by the first week. I was like, I don't want to play anymore. I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
How long does your average game take?
About, so the average session is 3.5, 4 hours.
Mm.
But you want to play at least twice a month.
Yeah.
So, like at the beginning of the month and the end of the month. So he can have time to, in between, to like write the story, make sure like the places where y'all are going and shit.
See, right now we're running a one-shot, which was only supposed to take 4 to 6 hours. But
Until my son happened.
until your son happened, and I've had to rewrite numerous things and change things.
So, like, last night, we were told that, that we had to go down to the 10th floor of this dungeon. So we climbed down a rope to the 8th. You know, because 8th was safe. There was a platform for us to climb off, you know, whatever. So we get there, and then Michael is like, you know what? I'm going to try to jump down to the 10th. Keep in mind, each floor is 25 feet wide. So he tries to jump for the rope, smashes his face in, bounces off, barely catches the ledge, and smashes his face again. So
he rolled a 1. So where's your d20? So a 1 on here, where the fuck it is. Anyway, a 1 on the d20 is a critical failure.
yeah,
That means the worst of the worst happens.
He gave up on that so quickly.
Yeah.
Where's the one?
Yeah.
Out of order.
And the 20 is a critical success, meaning you pass no matter what at that point.
yeah. But what made it really funny is when we go down the hallway, we can we see like drag marks and really big footprints. So his idea of confrontation is running blindly into the next room after I tell him what these marks are from. And it's from a basilisk. Basically Medusa. If they make eye contact with you, boom, stone. So he runs headlong into the room, and everything but his head and his left arm get turned to stone.
Yep.
So I have to catch the next couple of rounds trying to attack while not hitting him.
Yes, Brandon. Leroy Jenkins status.
Yeah,
God.
big time.
Yeah, he darted face first into that room. I had him roll 5 con saves because there were 5 basilisks. He failed 3 of the 5 saves.
God, like he's done some really good stuff, and he's had some really good moments. But for the most part, he rolls so badly.
And then he says
He
your
went-
rolls suck.
He went to go check a crypt or a coffin, tripped, landed in the coffin, and then threw up all over the guy that was in it.
Yeah, because he failed to lift the lid off the coffin. Then he failed. He nat 1'd lifting the lid off, and then he failed his con save with a 2, which is still technically a critical failure to a lower degree.
Yeah, and then what? There was one oh okay. When we first started going down this tomb, I hit a pressure plate, and he pulled me out of the way so I didn't get hit by the blade. So then he, moments later, walks back down the same hallway, checking for traps, hits the same plate, and cuts himself. Yeah, that's a thing.
Can't fix retarded.
Can't be excited.
But
It made James play Descent when he came down.
at Xmas time. Since that one we played at your friend's apartment, right? Wolf. I'm just asking a general question. I think it's another game like D&D, I think. Or is that the horror game? I don't know.
I don't know.
No one knows if it's
But
the board game.
The game, a one-shot session is supposed to be 4 to 6 hours.
Ding!
It's like that.
At my brother's, yes. Yeah. Okay, so it's the one that's like D&D.
I win.
D&D like game. Okay.
There's just like a little ninja over there just...
Right?
But yeah, so a one shot's supposed to be 4 to 6 hours, but Mike screwed up so badly at one point that the whole one shot just fell apart.
Yeah,
Like-
so now we're borderline playing a full-blown campaign
Yeah.
because he keeps hurting himself.
And breaking stuff he's not supposed to be breaking, and
Like, okay, you know what a necromancer is, right?
Yeah.
Big, scary, powerful, can bring shit back from the dead. Yeah, he wanted to do the Yo Mama joke on a necromancer.
Okay.
Yeah,
How's that a thing?
it is for him.
Okay.
and if he had, I would have had the necromancer resurrect his mom right in front of him. His character's mom right in front of him, and kill him. That was my whole plot with that one.
Yeah, I've had to convince him out of so much stupid shit.
Been like, okay,
He's
well,
getting better, though. He's getting a lot better.
I'd have been like, now you need to roll a death saving throw because you've just been stabbed in the back from a shadow.
And then he gets upset because he has to constantly sit there and roll and roll.
He
and
gets
roll
so
and
mad
roll.
when he loses most of his health too. Oh my god!
I've
I'm
played
like,
games with him before.
and I'm like, dude.
Yeah,
I was
okay,
like, I'm
no.
not gonna take it easy on you. Like, the only way you're gonna learn how to do this is by dying, basically.
Yeah, no, because, like, same thing, in the crypt, there was, like, there was one casket that was, like, really extravagant, and he's going around checking for traps. Out of the 6 traps, he got, what?
5, and then he
No,
critically failed.
no, he got 4 of them.
Yeah.
He got 4 of them. He missed a tripwire, which he then tripped. Barely got missed by a poison arrow, and then took the other one to the kneecap. And he's the one between us that can check and disarm traps. And he ends up, like, taking the hit for most of them.
It seems like you need to use him as a mule.
And he broke his backpack.
Yeah.
Okay, like it's not.
Yeah,
Well,
he
not-
broke. Well,
not his
he
backpack.
broke stuff in his backpack because he fell.
Trying to lift a piece of ogre golden plated armor. And
Really
ogre
heavy.
it's
fucking-
about 200 pounds of armor.
Yeah, and he was insistent on taking this thing's armor. What's up?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, he was. Thanks. But the way that I teach you to play is I let you make your mistakes. Because the only way. And I do my best to roll a percentage die and come up with something that's not going to kill you. But, like, if I roll 100%.
make it that
Yeah,
easy.
but if I roll 100%, you're probably mortally wounded.
Like, there's been so many times in this campaign when he's like, I want to do this. And Bash is like, you really don't want to do that. Like, you really don't.
Like, when he's trying to crack the Yamamoto joke, he's over here going, that's a bad idea. I'm like, you really don't want to do that. That's not something you want. You don't want to piss off a necromancer. Especially one who's not attacking you.
But he is getting better.
He is getting better. I mean, he handled the fight, the end of the fight last night pretty well against the Wraith.
Yeah, the end of...
By the end of the fight, he was like,
No,
okay.
he didn't, because I ended it.
Well, yeah, you ended it, but I'm saying the way he handled the Wraith, like, he could have done something stupid, but he followed you at that point, which is something he hasn't been doing, is following his lead. Which, as a new player, you want to follow the veteran player's lead a lot.
Oh my god. And it's like, this guy's in-game
praying
profession.
that he didn't do something to piss off the Wraith.
Yeah, because, like, in-game, this guy's profession is checking for traps, moving silently, you know, a sniper, basically.
He's also a haggler, negotiator, and
he's not...
persuader.
You might as well give me a fucking dumbass orc barbarian at this point. What? He's a bad guy? I'm gonna smack it with something. Like the Basilisk. He wasn't within range to attack it. So he threw his hammer at it.
And it's not a big hammer, it's like a little nail hammer.
Yeah. It's just like a little fucking tack hammer. And he threw it.
Managed to hit it.
Yeah, at like a 12-foot creature that can turn you to stone. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. But it sounds like a rogue. He's supposed to be a rogue. He's a very bad rogue. I only know one person that plays rogue worse than him.
Yeah.
And that would be our brother.
This is the same guy that decided to backflip off of a fucking... Well, it was a pirate ship, but it was like sunk in the sand. And he decided to backflip off of it, and in the process of doing such, broke literally everything, including his hips, down. And this is supposed to be our nimble warrior. This is the same guy.
Or in the cave when he
tripped
and fell 5 feet.
Yeah.
Broke his ankle.
This is the same guy that was checking for traps, found a pressure plate, successfully removed it with all the gunpowder and everything, and then moments later set it off.
Yep, he laid a trap on a ship for an army that was coming.
Yeah.
And they ended up being able to talk their way out of it. He forgot to pick up the pressure plate and walked out and set it off.
And destroyed everything.
But he managed to roll a nat 20 to save himself. So all I'm picturing is his character standing there, everything goes up in flames, and it's like that scene where when something blows up and the main character's standing there and it's like his hair's a mess, all black.
Like Wile E. Coyote.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty much.
That's pretty much our brother.
Yep. He's a terrible rogue. And he insists on playing a rogue too.
Yeah, because after that, he went... Because, I mean, his body had to be completely reconfigured. So he went from being a human rogue that can move silently and do all this other stuff to a 9-foot metal golem. Imagine a 9-foot metal golem trying to
What a
sneak.
horrible rogue. Yes.
Doesn't happen.
No, he has like double disadvantage.
It's like
his rolling for that.
Yeah. It's like the Iron Giant creeping across the valley. Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting goblins.
Yep. Oh man, I mean, yeah, there was one point where I had Chris and his, I guess, ex-wife now. They were playing D&D with us, and she rolled a nat 1 shooting a creature with an arrow, hit Chris in the back, and no joke, the next turn, Chris shot his arrow, rolled a nat 1, and it hit her in the face. And she was a ranger, he was a rogue. And they were both the long range, and they kept shooting each other and then shooting their teammates because they kept rolling so bad.
This is like the equivalent of the fucking Three Stooges playing D&D.
You've literally got Crawford, which is another one of our brothers, and Cameron, who was the mage. Crawford is the fighter, and Cameron is the mage. And they're both sitting here doing combat, and they're just getting hit. No, they didn't take any damage from the enemies. All the damage they took was from their archers standing behind them. Because they kept getting smacked with arrows.
Yeah, and then Mike tried the same thing. He was like, let me stand behind you. I'll have my bow ready in case anything happens. I was like, no, not going to happen. And he was like, why not? I was like, because you're going to hit me.
And then I lean over and go, what arrows? You dropped all your arrows.
Yeah, whenever he decided to
Face plant the side of a wall.
acrobatically drop 50 feet, smacked his face twice, he dropped all of his arrows. And then readied his bow with no arrows.
It
So,
looked intimidating.
no, he didn't.
No, and then he was thinking, oh, I can use a ball bearing. I can put a ball bearing and pull it back with my bow and shoot it. I was like, no, you can't.
That's not how bows work. I mean, A for effort, but that's not how bows work.
And he's like, then I can create a slingshot using my string. No.
Yeah, so then I had to explain to him how a bow works. And he was like, what else can I make? I was like, I'm moving forward. And then he just forgot all about it.
Oh, it's been fun. It's been real fun.
It's
Spot on.
And now they're about to fight an entire army. Yeah. I mean, they have an army to back them up right now, but...
Yes, but I have Michael.
And for some reason, I feel like half that army is going to die because Michael does something wrong. Well, become deader, as Mike would say.
Yeah.
Become deader.
Yeah, because our army is an army of undead.
Because it's the necromancer's army.
So, like, I see it
Bless
coming.
his heart.
Like, I love the boy to death, and he tries so hard, and he is getting better. But I just know when it comes to this point in the campaign, something is going to happen, and he's going to decimate half of our army in one shot. Like, I know it's coming.
Well, considering the fact that the 2 rings you guys need to get have to be pretty much stolen to get to.
Yeah, I don't see his
Your
character
rogue
doing
is
that.
supposed to be able to pull this feat off.
God damn it.
So there's a mage that they have to steal 2 gemstones from because it's for the crown they need to resurrect the king for the kingdom they're in. And yeah.
You look completely lost.
No, I'm interested.
So the 2 stones are on a ring, are set in a ring for a mage. And the mage can't wear that ring when he sleeps. He has to take it off or it drains his life force. So but they can't get to him without him taking that ring off because it puts up a barrier around him that they can't get through. Physically can't walk through.
Yeah, so at some point, I'm going to have to send Mike in to be
Just-
all fucking sneaky.
And steal
These
these
are going
rings.
Yeah. He's going to, like, take a step in and drop everything.
No.
You know what? The Princess Bride. I'm playing the Princess Bride.
There you go.
17.
God damn it.
Ah.
You make me sad.
And Hollywood's trying to get the rights to remake it.
No. No.
That's not a movie you remake.
How long have we been going now?
1 hour, 8 minutes. According to that. I can barely see it, but...
And I was like, where the fuck does it say that?
Way over there in itty bitty print.
It says live and then has the
timer.
that it says 1 hour, 9 minutes, and 13 seconds.
I can
30
see it if
seconds,
I squint.
Oh, wait, 1 eye. Is it sail?
So,
Sail.
and
Is
then,
it 3? Oh,
so the campaign we were running in San Antonio, I finally got her to agree to play. So
Broken ass character.
She is a woodland fairy. So she is yay tall. And she's a monk. So she punches everything to death. And the party, like Chris and Crawford and all them, met her in a tournament arena where she was the champion.
2-punch streak.
And she knocked out the first guy in 1 hit. Then she had to fight Chris. And Chris was like, alright, I'm going to use strategy on her. Nope, monks have an ability called Water Whip. So what Water Whip does is if the person they're using the Water Whip on fails a save throw, which is like what they need to not get hit by it, then it deals a specific amount of damage. And it uses 2 ki points. You know what ki is, right? Like life energy? Okay.
It's rolling on.
Dragon Ball Z. They charge up, use ki.
He's never watched Dragon Ball.
Oh my god. Okay, whatever. Naruto. Chakra. It's pretty... Chakra from monks is pretty much the same thing. It's pretty much theirs. You're
Nice.
welcome to, Brandon.
Hell yeah.
But anyway, so you spend 2 ki to activate the water whip. And then you can use the rest of your ki to add more damage. And for every 1 point of ki you spend is another dice roll worth of damage. So she comes out, little tiny fairy, and Chris is like, alright, he gets into a defensive stance because a rogue can use deflect missile. And if she goes in melee attacks, it's technically because she's less than 2 feet tall, it's considered a missile attack. So he was going to basically backhand her out of the way. And nope, she just busts out the water whip and just sits there and beats her into submission. She dealt like 56 damage to him in one shot. Poor Chris.
That's terrible.
But the fun fight was actually watching Cameron and Crawford duke it out. Because you had the fighter versus the mage. And Cameron took 1 hit from Crawford and dropped to 1 health. And after that, Cameron was like, nope, sandstorm. Created a giant sand barrier between the two of them and buried himself in the sand so Crawford couldn't see him. And then he has a move called Intoxis. I don't know how to say it. Something laughter. Basically, if he can see you and he points his finger at you, you fall into and you fail your save throw, you laugh until he lets go of the spell. And that's how he beat Crawford. Crawford failed his save throw after the 3rd time. And Crawford couldn't get in range to hit him. Because every time he'd get close enough, Sandstorm would come up.
That sucks.
But it was a battle of wits on that one. I was like, okay, so these two are going to be the brains. And then I was like, Ashley's just going to kind of do whatever they do. And I was like, but then we added Brian and Solo. So Solo's Cameron's brother, and Brian is Solo's best friend. We added them. I was like, so we're going to have Kilika, Brian, and Solo as the idiots. And then Crawford and Cameron are going to be the strategic people. And then she's going to be the one they send to go take care of most of the big problems in their way. Because she also had the ability to turn invisible at any point that she wanted to. And if she touched something, another living creature, she could turn them invisible as well. Anything that she touched turned invisible with her.
Yeah, I guess you had me sitting on their shoulder the entire adventure.
That would be the rogue, because he couldn't roll stealth to save his life, so he didn't have to roll stealth as an when he's invisible.
Yeah.
That's the only reason he became a decent rogue, except for when he blew up a house, trying to disarm a tripwire that was supposed to shoot arrows. He rolled a nat 1, and then he rolled the percentage die, got a 1% success rate, and then said that what he was going to do while he was falling is take his backpack and turn it to face him, which also had gunpowder in it. And he leveled a whole house. And then Cameron rolled a nat 1 and blew up the entire party at one point because he tried to cast Firebolt. Then rolled a nat 1 and it blew them all back. Nat 1's turned the entire thing into a laughing session.
Why do you say nat 1?
Natural 1.
Yeah, but why is it that?
Because you get bonuses to each roll based on what type of character you are. But if you roll a 1, it's a 1 no matter what.
You don't get any bonuses or anything.
You know what was so hilarious? When I was battling Chris or Kilika in that fight, I only did the 2 strikes and he was out, and then he was just looking at a sheet and he goes, "What the fuck just happened? I got beat by a miniature fairy. I got my ass kicked."
And she's not only just a woodland fairy, but she comes from what's called the Hercules fairy. So she has a hard shell on her back that increases her armor class by 2.
Like the beetle.
Yeah, it's like the Hercules beetle. Her wings create a shell around her when she has them closed. And so she gets a +2. Well, monks already have unarmed, or, what is it, unarmored? Is that what you have, right? Unarmored?
Mm-hmm.
So her unarmored is +8 plus her dex bonus, which is a +4. Then she gets a +2 from her heritage, and then because she's a level 5 monk, they get another +2 to their armor class.
Jeez.
After they hit level 5. They call it train the mind or something like that. Or train the body.
I'm a very broken fairy.
I think that's what it's called. It's a skill called train the body. It makes it hard as a rock. Dumbass.
Yes. Yeah.
But she's by far the most
So
broken
he doesn't
character.
listen to himself when he
No.
talks.
No, he doesn't.
No, I don't. But yeah, no, it's D&D's fun, especially when you get a type of DM that has no problem with you doing basically whatever you want as long as you can make the roll to do it. Because I'm one of those that I don't care. Do what you want, but you have to roll for it. You have to succeed that roll. If you don't, I'm going to make you pay for it. And if you have to do a last resort, like summon your deity to help you, you're definitely getting punished
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah, so like.
Which was your only way of survival,
Yeah.
because Mike.
Yeah, so like
Because
I'm.
Mike.
Yeah, because the situation that you put us in, like, one of the basilisks had, like, turned the other one to stone. But once you killed that one, then the other one resurrects. The only thing I could do was call my god, basically.
Are you there, God? It's me, Mark.
Right?
And his god's a night serpent.
Yes. Jormungandr, pretty much.
Yeah.
But guys, we are actually going to start figuring out a way for you guys to play D&D with us. Now that OBS runs regular OBS runs a lot smoother, with almost no lag, you guys should be able to jump in. Past that, I think that we're going to go ahead and call it.
Already?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's 12:30. That's about the usual time we would call it. So, real quick, who else is in the chat? We've got Brandon, we got Vinny, and we got Wolf. Who else is here?
Us four.
Is it us four as the other people in here? I mean, you can check that.
Well, it says there's.
Click those.
Yeah, it says there's 6 of us.
Nope. Usually, oh, I guess that might be a thing
Well,
you can only do on the
yeah.
laptop.
Yeah, normally I've got my
Well, it's
laptop.
us four, and then it's Brandon and Wolf King.
And
Jeff.
Vinny.
Well, probably Brandon and Benny.
Yeah. So, but like I said, guys, we're going to go ahead and call it. We will be back on Thursday. If you guys are interested, we are going to stream D&D online. So after we close this out, give us maybe like
30, 45 minutes?
yeah, about half an hour. The channel will be live again. We'll be streaming that. So y'all are welcome to join us on there. But until then, we'll see y'all Thursday.
Yep.
Start signing up.
Yeah. Guys, I'm on Business 01. Hit me up on Twitter. Hit me up on the Facebook page. You can also DM me on Discord.
Mr. Blue, no damning.
Chaotic Bash, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and again, you can hit us up on Discord.
I'm Akali. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Also, guys, the new Discount Gaming Instagram page is Discount Gaming 1 if you want to follow. And
Cool.
This is it.
Well, guys, be good humans. Take care of each other. Love each other. Help each other. And we'll see y'all Thursday.